All right, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, over 360 cop stories. Look them up. They're my babies. 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes depending on content. Exploding bodies, naked people. They're gross alerts. There's dogs stopping for red lights. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. Okay. In addition to that, we're coming up on 200 questions and answers. You ask me a question, and I'll respond to you. Now, this one, after I tell you in a minute, I'll give you the site to send me email me for your questions. Okay, at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. Okay, I'll answer you directly. But now I can't on this one because there's going to be other ones that they're going to ask me about too. We got more questions coming in here. I can't send it back to you because this is long. They're asking me to explain how you train a recruit out of the academy. Whew, I've done a bunch of these already, and it's kind of neat because I'm having flashbacks here of the mid-'70s and early '80s when I was a train officer. Next segment I was going to tell you about is felony car stops. Okay, now I'm going to give you. We came up with an agreement here with my friends, that I'll explain to you how it's done the right way. In other words, with professional officers like myself, train officers, and then what happens when the recruit has to do it. Okay, and it really is a different thing here. Okay, so I can't be brief. I'm long-winded, so sorry about that. But here's the thing. Felony stop could be any kind of stop, obviously, with a felony. You know, burglary, robbery, the car itself being stolen, that's a felony. You know, wife beatings. You get all kinds of calls here that you respond to. And lots of times when you respond to, they'll come out over the air saying, the car just left. And like I said before, unless you're the first car there, the cars that are responding, you don't want to go right to the scene of the crime because that's the last place the crook's going to be. Okay, he's already gone. So what you want to do is what I used to do with my partners, and partner and I, both of us, not just me, is that we heard the call come out and we knew the location. We would start driving around the main streets, half a mile away, see if the car's going to appear. And most of the time it does. They want to get away because they know the cops are coming. Because what happens? If it's a wife or somebody, I'm calling the cops. Well, he knows the cops are coming, okay? So, which I find strange when I see TV and stuff where, and even when I was working, you'd be at the scene, you'd say you're the first car there, and all of a sudden the guy shows up. Why would you come back? Well, I don't get that. And then you hook him up, you go to jail. It doesn't make any sense. If I'm going to leave, I'm leaving. I'll go to Arizona. Get the hell out of here. Anyway, so that's a weird phenomenon. But anyway, so sure enough, you know, I'll just pick one. Just pick, it doesn't really matter what it is. Well, no, I better pick a violent one. Let's say a robbery. Carjacking is usually a good one, okay? Because I want to show you the contrast of myself and my fellow train officer and the recruit. Carjacking comes out, respond, they give the vehicle license plate, and we're driving around. We're driving nearby. We're headed towards the location and looking to see if that car comes out. This is one of many, many, many of these that I did both all over the city. Sure enough, either the car passes you or goes across, and there it is. Okay, so you got it. Okay, and remember now, in those days, radios were slow. We didn't have them on our hips. We had them on the car. So here's myself and my train officer. It doesn't really matter, my train officer, my partner. It doesn't matter who's doing what at the zoo. I'll just say I was driving, he was a passenger. Car goes by, got 4 eyes looking, that's it. You take off. He grabs the radio. You know, 4X24, whatever call sign. We got the possible suspect. Northbound Brooklyn, pick a street, doesn't really matter. And I'm driving. Now my concentration, because he's professional like me, I don't have to worry about him anymore. I know what he's going to be doing. Okay, so I'm just driving. I'm keeping my eye on the car, trying to keep close, but not too close, because sometimes they'll slam on the brakes and you don't want to hit them. Got to be careful of a lot of things as the driver. Okay, I'll tell you later on when the recruit starts driving. But as a professional officer, you have to be aware of a lot of things. People running out in the street, cars coming up on intersections, and the suspect. You know, and there's all kind of intermingled. And what's more important? Well, I think the most important one is taking care of the public. You don't want to be chasing somebody and take out a 5-year-old, run across the street, or a 6-year-old. It's not our job, not a purpose of us do. We're trying to catch the guy as safely as we can. Okay, so I'm driving. I'm watching the car. Partner's busy broadcasting. What's nice is he's calling out the streets. He's requesting backup. He's calling for help. He's finding where we're at. It's a violent crime, so as he's broadcasting, I see him unlocking the shotgun with the other hand, taking the shotgun out and putting it on his lap. He's getting ready. Okay, he's getting ready. Okay, and he's doing like he's ambidextrous thing. Because he's over here, the gun rack's over here. He's unlocking the thing with one hand. He's broadcasting. This is what we do. Broadcasting, unlocking, watching the crook, see what streets we're on. I'm watching the crook. If I see he missed the street, I yell out a street. Chicago northbound, just in case. He's broadcasting. Then he does one of these capers, gets the shotgun out, puts it on his lap, switches hands, get the shotgun in one hand and the microphone in the other one, because that's his job. There's like a line here. He's this side, I'm this side. My job is only to drive, watch the suspect, get near him, keep near him, and make sure the public's safe and we're safe. They're all in the same little intermingled bubble here, okay? So now I'm driving, waiting for backup. Helicopter usually, we're very lucky to have helicopters. We usually have 2 up any given time in the entire city. One's in the San Fernando Valley, 20 miles away, and they're not going to respond. And then one, we call it downtown urban, which is basically respond pretty much anywhere. Okay, they're pretty quick. So usually, this isn't a hint, this is an opinion. If you're going to run from the cops, the first 6 to 8 blocks and then run out. Because you wait longer than that. Here comes a helicopter, here comes the backup, here comes K9, here comes everybody. So the longer you pursue, the more cops are coming. So, not a hint. I've talked to criminals saying that I should have jumped out the first block, the first 5 feet or whatever. Yeah, you should have. Now you only have 2 officers to contend with. Even then, it's not a giveaway. Okay, we're going to be out of that car and on him really quick. Okay, and also, if he bails out quickly and we jump out of that car and we're chasing him, the helicopter's coming and they're going to find us. They got thermal thing up there, they got infrared, all kinds of stuff. So they will find us and they will come. I've seen choppers come down really low. I'm talking as low as maybe the 3-story building with the spotlight, broadcasting, put your hands up, stop. I mean, you can hear them. It's like a word from up above telling you, I see crooks just basically throwing themselves on the street because they figure, oh, it's over, man. I got the light on me. Okay. So anyway, so now I'm talking about a pursuit. I'm talking about following the car. This is all happening within a couple of minutes. All the stuff I've told you. The car might not even know we're behind him yet because I haven't lit him up yet. It's all quick. It's happening. I'm waiting for backup. Okay. But then sometimes he'll be driving normal. We're waiting, but because he may not know we're back behind him. So believe it or not, at nighttime they may not see the uniform or the black and white. Most of the time, though, as soon as we get on them, they take off. Okay. So now we're in pursuit, and I'm gonna do the pursuit one later. Okay. Let me just talk about the vehicle stop. So say we're not in pursuit. Say we're behind him. We look. I look in the mirror. We got backup. Now my partner hits the red lights. See what's going to happen. Now this is when rubber hits the road. Ironically, is he going to run? Isn't he? In his car? Is he going to bail out? We're already discussing this. Okay. I'm yelling. I got the driver. Okay. I'll watch the passenger, but I'll follow you. Okay. So we're discussing what we're going to do here immediately because a lot of things can happen here. So he pulls over. We pull over. Like I said, like this, not like this. Doors are open. Another police car will come up like this way. Another one comes up this way. Kind of like an amphitheater. They don't want to look at each other because crossfire, because there's guns. So back off. Since this is a carjacking, there's probably a gun in there. Okay? So now the cars are stopped. We jump out. And the cars on the side, a little side note here, the cars that come up as backup should not, at least one of them should not get out of their cars. And a lot of times I'll see mistakes here, especially with the highway patrol, because they're okay at this, but they don't do it a lot like the urban officers do. Okay? They'll all jump out of their cars. And the guy takes off, and nobody's in their cars. It looks like Keystone Cops. You're running back to the cars. No. You got to have one car, or maybe 2, because you have enough officers to take them down. In their cars, doors open, but engine running, in gear, ready to go. So if the guy takes off, you already got chase already. And then the rest of the guys are on their foot, run back to their cars, and then take off. So it's got to work that way, okay? So the vehicle's pulled over. Shotgun, my partner, already out of the car, shotgun, okay? Depending on the officers, usually the guy with the shotgun, we'll leave him. I like to leave him the same when I'm with the shotgun. Leave him with the shotgun and not directing orders. He should be busy looking down that barrel, ready to go. Okay, hunting season. Okay, the driver or the officer with the pistol should be the one giving the orders. That way, you don't have because what's always going to happen is it happens all the time. To this day, it happened back in the 70s, the 80s. Is eventually when the suspects get out. You're human beings, and you wind up doing this. You wind up, go over there. Well, with a shotgun, you don't want to be doing this, doing that, because the reason why you have the shotgun is you want stability, a platform that's solid. If he starts to fire, you don't want the shotgun flying in the air. You hold it with one hand. This isn't like TV and the old West where you carry a shotgun with one hand. It ain't going to work that way. So you want to have, because ultimately someone's going to wind up having to direct the suspect, and that should be the guy with a pistol. You got a free hand here. Okay, makes sense, but it really, in the excitement of it all, you'd be surprised. So felony stop. Shotgun's out, everybody's deployed. Driver of the car, police car starts yelling, get out of the car, get out of the car. Okay, so front doors first. If you have a car, you know how many people are in that car. So the driver, of course, is first. Keys come out, put him on the roof, whatever. He comes out, he walks backwards. You've seen on TV, he walks backwards, you put him down. This guy's watching the car, the shotgun, because now the guy's out, we're watching him. We start moving this assignment areas, Back, handcuffs, boom, gone. Okay. Passenger come out. Boom, boom, bang. Why do we have the front doors come out before the back doors? It's a 4-door. You open up the back doors first. You would think, oh, get the back people out first. No. When they open their doors, they block your view to the front doors. That make sense? So the front doors first. Get them out. Okay, now, right rear passenger. Okay, a lot of people in this era, even today, don't know right from left. You say, person in the right rear, come out. The guy in the left rear comes out. I've seen officers wig out and go, oh, no, not you. No, you don't say that. Just go with it. Say, come on back, because at least somebody's coming out without a gun. Okay. So anyway, so you get those out. Bring them back. And by now, more officers are arriving. You need arrest teams. Usually 2 guys hiding in the back. As he walks back, you don't say, take him down now. The suspect hears that. He's just a guy with a gun. You already got a shotgun. He'll look over and go. And so they'll run over there and grab him. You don't want to be giving away signals of what you're doing here. Because what if he has a gun? Oh, they're coming after me. He'll turn and he'll panic. Okay, you don't want him panicking. You don't want to have a shooting unless you absolutely, positively have to. So that's how it is. You get them all back. Then once they're back, you try to ask them any more in the car. They always say no, which is lies. Okay, we've had other people in the car. Okay, then the sergeant usually gets there about that time. He'll say, okay, we need a team to go up to the car. Now remember, now you watch television. This goes on pretty fast. Okay, it has to. You know what's in that car. You know if somebody's laying in the back seat, somebody's applying a pump out of the trunk. A lot of stuff before that car is cleared. So he'll say, okay. So then you've seen it. 3 or 4 guys come up, usually a shotgun in front. They're all masked together with guns out, and they're going to one side. 2 or 3 on this side. Get up close to the car. They bang the trunk with their hand, make sure it's not loose. Look in there, clear. Okay, no problem. Then they all go clear. The shotguns go up, and they all come back, and that's it. Okay, that's the felony stop. Okay, by the book. Later on, you put everybody in the cars. Usually, I just say there's 2 guys. You get 2 guys. Put them in somebody else's car because you're going to have to stay at the scene a little bit to do some things. Impound the car. You're going to have to search the car. Get into that later about searching. Search the car and all that. Then you're done. Usually a tow truck. Our police certified tow service has police scanners. So when they hear this on there, they already roll, man. You'll see all kinds of police cars and K9. And the way in the back, there's a little guy sitting there, the tow truck driver. He knows he's going to get a tow here. There's no doubt about it. He's just waiting for his turn. And it's pretty good because that makes it a lot simpler, a lot easier to do it that way. And sure enough, as the suspects are in custody, then we don't have a million policemen. So as he's in custody, put up a code 4, which is okay, everything's fine. Then officers drop off and go handle their calls. Because you don't have 25 cops on call to go rolling around for this. You draw them from other areas. So they go do the reports, they go handle the neighbor disputes, and pretty soon, if everybody leaves, it's just you and your partner and the sergeant and the tow truck driver. So he pulls up, you're doing the paperwork, boom, boom, your partner does the paperwork, because I'm the driver, I'm talking to the suspects. Car's taken away, you make a U-turn or whatever you're going, back to the station, you go to the station, and now you start your paperwork. And usually the passenger officer will do the paperwork, but of course I have to do a lot of stuff too. We're working together as a team, splitting the work, so to speak. Paperwork's ready, sergeant's already been approved of your booking because he's been at the scene. You hook him up, you take him to the jail. You draw out to jail, you're at the jail, you finish the reports, you go to another sergeant, he reads them, sounds good, signs it, you go over to a box, you throw it in the box, you get in your car, and you go back to where you came from. Usually after an arrest like that, we usually go, have what I told you, canines earlier, when they get done sniffing a bomb or a body, they go off in the corner and poop in a tree. That's what they always do, or pee, because they're all excited. What we do is we get something we don't get to do very often. We go to a drive-through burger stand, pull our car in front, and eat on the trunk of the car with a hamburger or a hot dog, because that's our break. And then we eat for 15, 20 minutes, looking at each other and telling each other how bitching we are, and then we get them back in the car, grab the microphone, we're clear, and here we go again, another one, okay? But it is true, though, unlike Chip, some of these TV shows, when you make a felony arrest like that, I'm running out of time here, you're good for 2.5 to 3 hours of paperwork, pretty much. Usually, we've always assumed about an hour a body. 2 bodies, 2 hours. This is kind of the average, because you have to, the processing and all that stuff, and you have to write the narrative, and now it's computers, might be a little faster, but, so, then that's how a seasoned team makes a felony arrest, okay, so, I'm out of time, and the next one's going to be with the rookie. All right, we'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.